Who's scruffy looking?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Talking with My Han channel. I really gotta get a new intro because I'm starting to hate saying that. But let me tell you something. Every day that goes by, I'm getting a little bit more excited for this Bad Batch TV show that's coming out next year on Disney+. Just a couple days ago, I saw some people throwing around some characters that they really want to see make some cameos in this show. It was over on Twitter. People were sharing like 4 characters or whatever that they wanted to see show up. I thought that was a great idea for a video, so I'm sorry to whoever started that trend because I'm stealing it for YouTube. I got 4 characters I really want to see make an appearance in the Bad Batch, plus a couple of honorable mentions. I actually really need to thank Twitter because I put a post up. I'm looking at my post right now on Twitter over on my laptop. I put a post up not too long ago, and a lot of you guys that follow me over there at @TalkWithMyHans_ gave me a lot of inspiration and pointed me in the right direction and gave me a lot of new fresh ideas and a lot of perspectives that I wasn't seeing it from. So thank you all that commented on that post. But let's just get right in this video because it's gonna be a nice one. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for their amazing responses over on Twitter on my post for this video. You all really helped channel my energy into finding some really cool and good characters I want to see in this series. I have no idea how long this series will run for. It really could be any amount of seasons. Personally, I think it'd be really good as a limited run series like Resistance, where it could have 2-ish seasons. But I can also envision a scenario where people get really attached and want this to go on for much longer. Either way, I think there's plenty of opportunities to explore the galaxy and some of our favorite characters in such a turbulent time. The first character that immediately came to my mind when I started thinking about this was Cad Bane. I had an interesting talk with Death Star Dispatch on if he was actually alive or not in this current canon. Obviously, he was killed off in one of those released reels from the Clone Wars, but officially in canon, his death is not confirmed. So for the sake of easy video making, we're going to assume that he's alive and well. And if he is, I'd love to know if he's taking jobs to kill Jedi, or if he's smuggling things, or whatever. In fact, as soon as I read Daring Mercenary Missions in the StarWars.com article, it's the person I immediately thought about. Cad Bane could almost be like the Bad Batch's employer, I think, and get them jobs for them to run. Either way, I'll be anxiously awaiting his return. Obviously, there will be no way to get around interactions with the Empire in this series. Who knows how the inhibitor chips reacted with the extreme independence and genetic mutations that the Bad Batch had, so they could have completely complied with Order 66, or they could have had an opposite reaction. Either way, the Empire will be tracking them, and I got a lot of responses where people wanted to see Vader, Tarkin, Palpatine, etc. But I want to see more Imperials we don't know much about. Obviously, Krennic and Yularen are on that list, but I'd really love to see someone like Veers, or Mahdi, or Piet. Someone that might be up and coming in the ranks at that time and could be tasked with tracking down the Bad Batch for a big promotion. That could be really interesting. One of the ones that showed up in the comments was one that I actually agreed with a lot. Quinlan Voss making an appearance would be super cool. I think pairing his personality with the personalities of the Bad Batch would make for a really fun series. He isn't officially dead yet in canon. Even in Secrets of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker said that Voss was one of the Jedi who might have survived the Purge. Part of me says, give me more Quinlan Voss because he's awesome. While the other half of me says, nah, keep him mysterious, that's why he's so cool. But if Lucasfilm could somehow work in his character and still keep him a mystery, that would be really cool. Like I said before, I got 2 quick honorable mentions on this list. One is Dryden Voss and the other is Hondo Ohnaka. They're pretty much solely here because I love both of these characters to death. I do think Dryden would be really cool in the same role as Cad Bane, maybe as an employer to the Bad Batch or someone that could get jobs for them to do. He's too cool of a character to not get more content with him in it, and Paul Bettany did an amazing job portraying him, so I can't wait to get him back.
Hondo always makes Star Wars better, so not including him would probably be a reportable offense. Even if it's just for a few episodes, I need to see what he's up to. Every time he's on screen, he cracks me up, and trying to figure out where his allegiances lie is one of my favorite Star Wars pastimes. Like Quinlan Voss, I think his personality would just pair so nicely with the Bad Batch. I have a hunch we will definitely be seeing more of him. Okay, last but not least, I'd love to see Commander Cody show up in this series. I know everyone wants to see more Cody, but it's for a good reason. There just simply isn't enough Commander Cody content in the current canon. Wow, that was a tongue twister. There was barely any in Legends either. If Commander Cody played the main villain of the story and was the one tracking down the Bad Batch and trying to arrest or kill them or whatever, that would make for an extremely compelling story. I'd love to see what Cody is like as an Imperial commander and what he's up to. Has he changed as a person? Does he regret his decision to turn on Kenobi and abandon the Republic? These are all things I'd love to dive into with this series. I think there's going to be a lot of what is just versus what is wrong themes in this series, and no one encapsulates that complex dynamic like the clones. Well, that's my list. What are some characters that you'd like to see show up in the Bad Batch? Leave them all down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. Until then, I'll see you guys later.
Did someone say it's okay? Or do it, or just do it because everyone does? Why don't